Corin, what is your favorite sonic moment of Carrie's on the new album?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Um, oh, I think it's it's the whole song Hunt You Down is like my favorite song on the album. And it's so raw. Um, it's so vulnerable and it's so truthful and at the same time it's very sophisticated in the craft of what she's doing. I mean, she's written like this very dancey like dance song that's incredibly sad at the same time. Um there's so many moments in it. Like the guitar when the guitar comes in, it's like one of my favorite guitar lines. It's like it's a brutal guitar line. It's so quick, you know? It's like it just kind of slashes you emotionally. Uh, which I think she's so good at. But it's the second verse when she says, I'm locked in the room, I'm not ready. Sorrow hides outside the door, disguised as luck. Like that just like gets me. And I remember when she sang that in the studio, just like sobbing, you know. She's just like an emotional assassin on that song. And I think it's brilliant.
Thank you. Carrie, this one's for you. Is there a lyric of Corin's that you find pervades your life, some turn of phrase or some sentence strung together that comes back into your mind over and over again? And if so, can I ask what it is?
Sorry. From the new album?
I would say whichever one is most potent for you.
Oh, wow. Um, well, I can do one. I could do one from the new album. Here's the thing about Corin, though. Corin is a great lyricist. But my favorite thing about Corin is that, and I've had this discussion with Annie Clark, aka Saint Vincent, where we're so envious of Corin because she doesn't have to even be a clever lyricist. She can just say the same thing over and over again, or like, um, like I so uh much just, I love like say it like you mean it. Um, and that chorus when she's just saying, say it like you mean it, this goodbye hurts when you go, like just saying it over and over again. And every time it means something different. Like to me, that is the brilliance of Corin. Like she can in, infuse a different like meaning every time she says the same thing. Um, but I think Corin's lyrics on this record are amazing. Like when Hell was like hatched, like fully formed lyrically, like 90%. Those were just basically there. Like, I love that, you know, Hell has no future. Like hell, I just all the lyrics to me on that song are so great and small finds too. We vibe on the small finds. Like that is just such like that song is I don't know. I'm what I'm most amazed by Corin is just how many different voicings she has. Like a song like Small Finds, she's doing three different styles of vocals on that song. Um, but I do love We Vibe on the Small Finds. To me, that's just such a I'm like, what is that? Okay. Like just even the term small finds, like that's so cool. Like sometimes Corin just hits upon something that is just very cool. Uh but I will say that what always has the most emotional impact for me is just, like when she's just singing a lyric that and then every time she delivers it, hits me in a different way.
Thank you. Okay. And I don't know if this will be the same for each of you. What song do you love to cover together?
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, I'll tell you what I don't know if Corin liked this one, but I thought it was so funny and weird. But on our Europe, I mean, we've done a lot of fun covers together. Like Promised Land by Bruce Springsteen was a great cover. We had a great time with that. We did that for years. And Fortunate Son as well by CCR. But on our European tour for Center Won't Hold, we started covering Laura Branigan's Gloria. And that song is so weird. And it was so fun. It was just bizarre. And Corin just sang that song, right? You didn't play on that song, right? You just sang. I just thought the audiences were so confounded in this way. But it was really, I don't know, there was something about it that just felt really wonderful because it was so unexpected. And I love stuff like that. And plus it's like from our childhoods, you know, like Promised Land came out, we were babies, you know, same with like Fortunate Son. But like when you cover some weird thing from the 80s where we were it just hits you in that weird, like nostalgic, like spot that just, it's like hits all the dopamine sensors. I think that was like what was fun about Gloria for me. I don't know. What would you say, Corin?
What was the name of the Linda Ronstadt song we did?
Oh, that was so hard. When Will I Be Loved? I mean, you sounded great on it, but
it was so hard. No, I think like I just like that we tried something that was like super different and like pretty much out of our comfort zone, you know? Like I think, you know, I think that's the kind of fun thing with music is that sometimes you can throw yourself into like a completely different role. And people are like, huh, you know, but I always think we kind of learn something a little bit from each time we throw ourselves into like the deep end with a different song or even a different set list. It's like, that's what kind of keeps us going is having this challenge of like, am I going to be able to hit those notes or am I going to be able to, you know, do this thing coming up in the set? I think that kind of keeps us on our toes as we go through like a whole tour.
Can I ask one weird question? What would make for you guys a Linda Ronstadt song hard? Because I would think it's like pop, isn't it? Very easy, or is it her range? Like what makes it? Could you articulate what makes that difficult?
The harmonies were difficult. I think it's an Everly Brothers song originally. They were like harmony masters, and we just I just bowed out of the harmonies, but but it was just hard for our touring bandmates, not because they're great singers, but it's just a stack. It's a stack of vocals that are tricky. And then there are some mean solos in the middle of that song, like fast playing from like more of like a country and Western background. You know, that's just a different style of soloing. So sure, you know, if you think of like the karaoke version of that song, yeah, it might be easy. You know, Corin can nail the vocals, but it's putting it all together that was tricky.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And so last question, what is your favorite album, each of you, to watch someone experience for the first time?
Of our records? Or just
Not
any
of your
record?
records, any records.
I would say probably Gang of Four Entertainment. I was listening to that record the other day and I was like, ooh, if you had never heard this record before, this would be really exciting. And I have been in rooms where people are like, who is this? You know, and I'm just like, oh, this is such a gift. You are going to be very excited because this is going to unlock so much DNA for you. Now you're going to hear where so many people got guitar tones and the angularity of their playing and, you know, these cool personality, vocals, singing styles, and just, I don't know, like the percussive way that they approach guitar. Anyway, I think Gang of Four Entertainment would be one of those for me.
I think the Slits cut is like, it's such a seminal punk album that, you know, was like underlying so many different like musical genres that probably never got its full due, you know. And I think you know, people like hearing that and hearing the like just sheer creativity of that record and how it affected so many things going forward is like super exciting to hear somebody listen to that and be like, oh, you know.
No, I mean, that's part of what I love about being able to talk to people, musicians like you guys, is things that people, especially who are listening to the podcast, may never have heard before. And maybe now they'll go and discover something new, which is always very exciting.